I have friends in Pune who constantly complain of how every time they go partying, it's the same faces, and everybody's already been with everybody, and everybody's ex.
Yeah.
Wait, your friends are also saying this?
Yeah.
That's
ये बहुत सदियों से चल रहा है.
It's like everyone's going through this rite of passage.
we were those
You're
faces.
special, right?
You were those faces.
We were those faces at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sab jagah.
But you stay anywhere for a long enough time, you will see that pattern. Now we're in Bombay for 3 years, we're seeing the same faces everywhere. So I feel like
No, I mean in Bombay, you when you go out, you're going out with friends or friends' friends who know where the scenes are, and that's why all the like similar people end up coming and meeting in the same. In Pune, I think the situation is that there are only 3 or 4 places that people want to go out and get drinks, and then there are only 300, 400 people who end up choosing to go out on their days off
and sleeping with each other.
and then
Yeah, it just becomes one big clusterfuck.
yeah खिचड़ी हो गया cesspool हो गया.
Also, the thing in Bombay is interests really divide people. So if you are into techno, right, like you'll meet the same 100, 200 people. But one day you suddenly decide that, oh, I like photography. And you join a photography club, you'll meet 100 people you've never seen before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or poetry. Suddenly you'll see people you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Because Bombay has that many people, right? I don't know if Pune mein utna number of people are so much in that age group.
There are, but it's like in Bombay, constantly it's getting added also. People are just moving all throughout. Pune, I remember we would wait till college starts. Like every year a new batch would come in. Like a new batch of symbiosis would come in and we'd be like, okay, these are the people of this year. Like the transfer window would open. Then when you would go out, you'd be like, oh, all these people have come. There would be one maybe freshers party where you would meet these people, and then like the cool ones you would run into here and there.
So there's an induction ki haan chalo tum log aa sakte ho.
Yeah.
What is a doctor's freshers party like? Like the medical freshers
we've
party.
heard so many wild stories.
We've
about
heard
medical
Doctors know how to party, huh?
I mean, we've heard
The
some
doctors are
whack
party.
stuff.
So it depends on at what stage of a doctor's career you're talking about, right?
Okay.
So like an MBBS party is just like any other engineering party. Like there's not too much of difference because we are still not doctors yet. We're just kids reading about medicine. But residency mein is different because residency mein now you have seen shit in the hospital.
I've been seeing shit, man.
So you really have things to get away from. And that's a sign of a good party where everybody is like, fuck, mujhe nikalna hai idhar se." So residency parties are crazy. Like they can just go wild. MBBS parties are like engineering parties. It's the same thing. You get drunk, you smoke, whatever.
What is the wildest thing you've seen at a resident? Has that happened? Have you been to parties like that?
I mean,
At a party or during the residency in the hospital?
No, in the hospital. I'm sure he's seen all kinds of
residency mein to,
nasty things. I don't wanna
yeah. There's
The last time I got
Any-
scarred, thoda.
Oh yeah, we spoke about stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
Spoke
shit.
about someone's bone coming out of their body.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's happened a couple of times. But that was in residency. That was not at a party, thankfully. So even in residency parties, there are differences based on the field. Okay.
Oh.
Like a medicine residency party is different. A surgeon party is different. Ortho parties are crazy.
Anesthetic party bhi crazy hota hoga.
I have heard, dude, I've been trying to get an invite into an anesthetic party, and those guys really
Everyone's
gatekeep.
just like, yeah.
They gatekeep or what?
They gatekeep,
Sedated.
dude. Like I have heard of stories where there is one anesthetist on call at the party to make sure that everybody else is breathing. I'm like, how do I get me one of those invites? But no.
How would you get an invite if everyone's passed out?
That's
No,
why
there's one on call.
You have one anesthetist on call.
It's all good. Still out, right? You're still out, right?
Everybody's hooked onto a monitor. Like, सबका heart rate चल रहा है.
It's like a Grim Reaper, dude.
Speaking of anesthesia,
You can do it.
Anesthesia.
anesthesia. We have to remember our friend who's probably on anesthesia right now, Stuvi.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
is Stuvi an anesthesia?
He's gone for a procedure.
What is he
He's
doing?
undergoing a very critical procedure right now.
Pray for Stuvi.
Pray first.
Pray for
We'll
Stuvi.
tell you after it, but
Okay.
keep him in your
Oh, we
heart.
cannot talk. We cannot say it.
No.
We have kind of let out, like we've said he's going through something, but we haven't said what. People have to guess in the
Oh
comments.
wow! Like I need to know if it is can make fun of it or like very
can
serious.
make a lot of fun.
Oh, can make a lot of fun of it. All right.
One of those things.
Can we do
like,
a 2020 questions? Like, can I guess?
You will
what he-
probably get it in like two
Two
questions.
questions. Yeah.
It's a funny. It is funny.
It's very funny.
Sure.
It's
Funny for everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny till it happens to you type situation.
So he underwent a situation for which he had to get a
Yes.
surgery.
Minor surgery.
Yeah.
A minor surgery.
Yeah.
And this situation was causing him a lot of discomfort.
Yes. That's so good.
Yeah.
In certain life situations.
Yeah, yes. Certain life
I
situations.
would say in all
All
situations
life
at all times.
Most,
All times,
most
really.
situations.
I mean, you are.
Livable.
You can't live without it. You need it every day.
Pray for Stuvi.
Pray for
Just
Stuvi.
guess in the comments. what
you
is
you
wrong.
met him multiple times.
I have, yeah,
What
yeah.
disease do you think he has?
Other than some.
Other than
Do you think?
I don't
do you think
know.
he's normal? What is your analysis based off your meetings?
I would
with him?
say, considering his history and everything that he's been through, he's I think he's made it okay. He's
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, fair. I think.
Fair, no?
Yeah.
He
Judgment.
gullible.
I said na, based on what you know. Based on what he
So,
doesn't know,
correct,
how
correct.
can you say?
Yeah.
Because you have to remember, I hung out with him in Mag Fields.
Oh shit. Okay.
So,
That's when people are at their best usually.
So correct. So
At their best.
my diagnosis of him
Or
would be
at their
based on
worst.
some very specific memories.
Okay. Yeah. I think. Okay, so one of the main reasons I wanted to have this conversation now that we've gotten into issues and all of that. Therapy used to be this thing where you have to kind of really get yourself to go to therapy, especially in a country like India where most people like their default setting is like therapy is whatever. Are you
Fake.
Yeah. No, are you insane that you're going for therapy?
लड़की है क्या?
Hey, it's just
नहीं, ऐसे लोग बोलते हैं।
अभी तो
ऐसे लोग
change हो
बोलते
गया है काफी.
अभी तो काफी change हुआ है.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
But it's always like, oh, therapy, I have some issues. Now it's like with every micro inconvenience also, you have this thing on your phone where you can go and ask, this is what I'm feeling, this is what's happening.
AstroTalk.
That is a whole other thing. We have to talk about AstroTalk.
Okay, we'll do both sides.
We'll do both.
Because AstroTalk was a thing, now there is just like GPT or whatever AI that you use.
Yeah.
And I have experience with it also. Like I have had moments where I've just gone to GPT and I'm like, this is what's happening, this is what
Yeah.
I'm feeling. And you do get a response from there which like in that moment feels like, okay, this is good. Like it's helping. But then after doing it for a while, you're like, okay, we have a problem. Like this doesn't feel right at all. Like I don't feel okay saying all of this to some bot, and I don't like how they know so much about me and how accurately they're judging the situation. So what is your take on this?
So here's my issue, because you mentioned AstroTalk, I will incorporate that right now.
Okay.
Imagine there is a black box. You put in a question, you don't know what's happening in the black box, and an answer is coming out.
Yeah.
Right? Now, how do you trust that answer? Till now, that black box was your doctor. So if a patient comes to a doctor and says कि मुझे headache हो रहा है, that is the input.
Yeah.
Doctor with his 10-15 years of experience tells you कि ये migraine है, ये दवाई ले लो. Now your trust is on that doctor and you're trusting कि वो doctor के पास उतना knowledge है. What we are doing is we are replacing that black box with AI. The patient or the consumer still doesn't know what is happening. We don't understand the algorithm. We don't understand why ChatGPT said this particular thing.
Right.
But response aa raha hai. And it is, the algorithm is designed in a way that it will make it sound very pleasing, convenient to you. It will give you a lot of validation. That is all integrated into the algorithm to make you feel, अरे you are the best. तूने जो भी सोचा है बहुत बढ़िया सोचा है. So it is packaged in that way. and you get an answer. AstroTalk is no different. AstroTalk का भी concept वही है. मेरे पास problem है. I put it into this black box. उनका reasoning is stars. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry. I have to send a phone number to somebody. Hold on.
That's okay. You remove GPT.
क्यों?
My guest has to send a phone number to somebody. The podcast has stopped.
What do I do?
In this situation?
That's such an interesting predicament to be in, I mean. It'll start off like that.
That's fair.
That could actually happen. Like if इतना integration अगर हो गया है.
So you would think that, and then it would analyze it and give you like.
I mean, we're still some time away from that, but that is the end goal.
But not too far, I would say. I think the tech is already out there.
Not really, no. So they have vastly oversold Neuralink's capabilities. Vastly. The only thing it can do as of now is what you can do with a mouse.
Okay.
Like ऊपर जाओ, left जाओ, नीचे जाओ, right जाओ. That is it. It can direct you can direct a mouse with your mind, which is also a great deal. But the jump from that to interpreting your thoughts is very different.
Got it.
Okay. So, people make a jump and say कि अरे ये हो गया तो मतलब ये भी होगा. It's like saying that, oh, I have reached 100,000 subscribers. अभी तो 1 million अभी हो जाएगा. It's not like that. There is a big jump from 100K to 1 million or 10 million.
Yeah.
So, from moving a mouse to interpreting your thoughts, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT or Neuralink is very, very far away from that. But talking about what you were asking before.
Stars, yeah.
Right? The algorithm that AstroTalk seemingly uses is, I'm going to refer to your stars and give you an answer. And this answer is designed for you.
Yeah.
तेरे कुंडली को देख के your Venus is in whatever
Neptune.
Retrograde.
Neptune, yeah, your Mercury is in retrograde. So I don't know how you know that.
No, that statement just pisses me off, man. Like,
Mercury is in red.
yeah,
Why
my
it's such a
Mercury is in
nice
Gatorade.
statement?
They say.
Gatorade.
Yeah,
Gatorade?
yeah. That's how they make fun of it.
Oh.
No, but sorry, go on. Yeah.
No, but that's the idea. Ki I'm going to give you an answer that is designed for you. Right? So the black box is just changing. The experience of the consumer is still the same. Now the problem is, where is the accountability? अगर तुम्हारा डॉक्टर ने कुछ गलत बोला तो you can trace it back कि इस डॉक्टर ने गलत बोला, इनका एक्सपीरियंस गलत है, let me change. But with AstroTalk you can't do that. With AI you can't do that because you don't understand where that answer is coming from.
Yeah.
You can't pinpoint कि this person is responsible.
But is the corporation not responsible?
No.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
Do you think OpenAI will take responsibility for ChatGPT giving somebody a wrong answer?
But do they have a disclaimer then? Ki
They have a disclaimer that not everything is accurate.
Exactly.
Okay.
They are-
ठीक है, done then. They're legally
Exactly.
तो they're sorted.
Exactly.
कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं फिर तो.
But that is our fault.
Yeah.
As human beings, we will grasp on to anybody who gives us answers. हमारा verification process उतना अच्छा नहीं है. We will just want answers. So the problem in therapy is that we forget what therapy is for. Therapy का concept क्या है?
Yeah.
Therapy is the equivalent of a gym trainer training you to be fit.
Right.
It is not the equivalent of somebody saying, "अरे क्या मस्त दिख रहा है." That is the difference. So if you hire a gym trainer and they have to now start you off at whatever level you are at, 5 kg dumbbells से start करो, 1 kg dumbbells से start करो and get you up to 25-50 kgs, that journey is therapy. And maybe you've gone in with a broken arm. So you need physiotherapy first.
Right.
Get you to normal, then start training you. That journey is therapy.
Right.
Very few people are skilled enough to do this. And so if you go to AstroTalk or if you go to ChatGPT, they're not going to do this. That is where people get messed up.
In fact, therapy can be really frustrating because you can go and you say, these are my problems, and you expect a solution from the other end, but all you get is like, okay, how does that make you feel?
Yeah.
And then you are doing the decoding yourself. They're guiding you through that journey. And then obviously if they see some patterns, they'll be like, hey, have you looked at this pattern? And then there are no solutions coming from the other end at all.
So you're not looking for an answer when you're doing therapy.
Because I think that's why GPT is so much more appealing to someone, because first of all, it's instant. You're not scheduling an appointment and then waiting for a week for that appointment. You're not paying. You're just there. You can switch on your mic and say rant for like 2 minutes. Ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya, ye ho gaya, and then it will give you with bullet points a structure of what exactly you want to hear in that moment. And then now you can go one step further and say, listen, keep the GPT talk to yourself. Give me the brutal
truth.
And that is also going to be something that is just like
What?
It'll just make you happy in that moment, or maybe not make you happy.
Is it lying to you?
It gives you the safest answer. It's like if you're feeling something, it'll say your feelings are valid. But
so is it lying to you? Do you feel like it's lying to you?
Like, let's take an example. What is a grievance that you've had
recently?
Like, I will tell you how.
Well, I had a fight with my dad.
Okay. About what?
Some argument happened and he didn't like the way I spoke.
Okay, so now we can actually take GPT and you can say this and see what comes up. Give me my phone.
We can actually try it out.
But now my GPT is gonna think I'm fighting with my dad because of you.
So you have to do
feed it lies.
You have to do your ChatGPT actually.
I don't like the idea of ChatGPT. I don't like the idea of people wanting to get therapized on robot apps. I don't.
But they don't go to it for therapy.
I know. But the natural tendency that I have seen people lean into after using ChatGPT for a certain amount of time is that मेरे को कुछ भी चाहिए ना मैं उधर जाके पूछूंगा पहले.
Correct.
So that does not just stay limited towards things you want information on. It goes into things that you feel emotional about, and I think that's very, very weird. I feel people should not do it. I don't think any robot should be assessing a human's mind or telling them, hey, tu aisa kar, tu acha kar raha hai, tu bura kar raha hai.
Yes.
I don't want to hold their opinion.
There is let's do this and then I'll tell you something interesting.
Okay.
Read it out.
No, just say whatever you want to say.
Hi, ChatGPT. I had an argument with my father. He thinks I'm a
Drunk
idiot who does not know how to politely speak to people, and he's probably right. Can you tell me how I can deal with my anger, please?
This is so weird.
Ask you to breathe.
Breathe
4 times,
out.
breathe out 6 times.
He's like, yeah, this is fixable. How do you know? You're not stuck like this.
तू जानता है मेरा बाप कौन है?
So chat says, yeah, this is fixable. You're not stuck like this. You just haven't built the skill yet. Anger and how you express it are two different things. The goal isn't never get angry. It's not letting anger hijack how you speak. This is actually a nice answer, to be honest. This is how they get you.
This is how they get you.
First, understand what's really happening. When you get angry, your brain flips into a fast defensive mode. You react, you don't respond. That's why later you think, why did I say it like that? So the real skill is buying yourself a few seconds before you speak. The simplest technique, do this immediately. When you feel that surge, pause. Take one slow breath in through the nose, out to the mouth, relax your jaw and shoulders. Then, okay, so they'll give you the most generalized.
They do. And it's useful in that moment for two reasons.
Yeah.
Number one, it's not another human being. We always have trouble letting our control onto another human being.
Right.
And when another human being is speaking, तुम्हारे दिमाग में बहुत कुछ चल रहा है. So they are speaking at a speed that might be more than what you want in that moment. You are emotional, right? But when you're reading, you may not realize it, but you are actually reading at your own pace. तो अगर आप बहुत anxious हो, तो you might be reading faster or slower. You might be stopping at a word जो तुम्हें बहुत meaningful लगा. And your brain is processing all that information. So when you're reading it, you are actually absorbing much better. So that is one of the pros of ChatGPT. That is also why some therapists will text their clients at the end of the session कि देखिए ये हमने किया है, अभी तुम जाके पढ़ो क्योंकि एक तो हमारा बात हुआ है, but when you go back and you read all this, you will absorb all this differently. So ChatGPT is great for that because it allows that client to take in information at their own pace. And of course the validation, dude. Like I've never heard ChatGPT tell anybody कि तू गलत है, तू गधा है, तूने ये क्यों किया? Never, ever. It's always like, bro, you are awesome. But unfortunately, because of the circumstances, you had to murder that guy. Like, whatever. You know, it's wild how that algorithm works. It's so crazy.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
You had to go through that.
I'm sorry.
But so
Let's take a pause.
let's take a pause, breathe.
Tell me how you're feeling right now exactly.
Yeah.
Have you taken care of the body? Or would you like steps to
Help, hide it.
Wear gloves. Throw the knife away in the river.
कुछ भी है भाई. It's very weird.
Okay,
But you know what?
say.
What is dangerous about this? Right? This is so great. Problem क्या है? कि life में ऐसा कुछ होता है. Like you have a fight. Okay. Now that is a deeply uncomfortable moment. That discomfort is doing something to your brain. Your brain's networks are literally learning how to cope with discomfort and how to calm your discomfort down yourself and how to come out of that. This is an important thing because this is resilience at the core. हम लोग जब resilience बोलते हैं तो क्या होता है? If you are in pain, can you bear that? And can you stabilize your ship and calm yourself down and then start moving forward again? That is resilience. ये एक network है, right? It's not just a state of mind or whatever. It's a network in your brain. That network will only come if you get into that discomfort zone and learn to stabilize. Now, every time you are uncomfortable, if you immediately turn for help, then you will not build that resilience yourself. There is an example in physical health. So अगर किसी को back pain हो रहा है, ठीक है? So back pain usually happens because your back muscles have become weak.
Right.
Okay, because of long sitting, no exercise, whatever. So back muscles weak हो जाता है. So then the bones have to do all the work. So then the bones can also change the shape and then the nerves get pressed and that's why people say slip disc हो गया, ये हो गया. So people say wear a belt. Now, what does the belt do? The belt acts like the muscle. So, it will give support. Ironically, the more times you wear the belt, the weaker your muscles get. Because now the muscles are like, हाँ, कुछ काम नहीं करना है. So, now the current understanding is don't wear belt. Wear belt only when you are traveling, when there is a lot of movement. But घर पे belt मत पहनो because it will worsen the thing. That is what AI is doing right now. थोड़ा भी discomfort हो गया when people turn towards AI, you are actually weakening your own brain networks. So turn to this once. Okay, figure out कि ये करना है. अगले बार try and do it without turning to this. Which is why a little bit of resistance is good, man. Like you cannot reach out to your therapist every time. Like you have to book an appointment, you have to do that.
Therapist को ऐसा boyfriend बना के रखते हैं लोग, you know. Just got to let the therapist also breathe. He also has a life.
It's true. That's another way of looking at it.
Constantly going and... people really take advantage of the therapists. They'll go, they'll spill their guts out, which is okay, you know, that's what will make you comfortable. And you're paying quite a bit of money to go and, you know, talk to the therapist. But there's a... I feel like there's a big barricade in them getting to a place of peace because those people are going into the clinic wanting to hear something from that doctor. You know, so in a situation like that, now how does a therapist have to, like, he's that support, he's that back brace, right? In this situation, how does he or she or they how do they guide this person out of this sort of thinking?
The trickiest part of being a therapist is understanding how much empathy does somebody need versus how much empowerment do they need at that point. So if somebody's come in fully gone, I look at it from the brain's perspective. अगर उनका prefrontal cortex काम ही नहीं कर रहा है, they're not able to think for themselves at all, वो time नहीं है उनको बोलना कि you can do this by yourself. That is like the mental equivalent of a paralysis.
Yeah.
So you don't tell a paralyzed patient, ki, come on, get
Let's
up, run.
go for a run.
Let's go for a run.
Yeah.
Right?
But
वो नहीं होता.
Munna Bhai did that.
Munna Bhai did that. That's true. And it still took the whole movie for him to work. Starting से बोल रहा है वो.
Hey Anand bhai. Hey Anand bhai, uto.
Man, that's true. It did. But empathy and empowerment आजकल के थेरेपी में बहुत confusing हो जाता है because we have like if you look at the history of therapy, for the longest time mental health was not understood at all. So everybody was just dismissing. कि अरे ये सब कुछ नहीं है. Then the pendulum swung to this extreme where everything is mental health problem. Like every fight is like, oh, it's my childhood. And, you know, like, sometimes it's just
It's just you, man. It's just you.
like, aren't people assholes anymore?
Yeah. No, people are very sensitive now.
Yeah, sure.
But abhi, I feel like it's the acceptance phase. Like, thoda, it's swinging back.
Really? You're seeing the swing?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing. I just.
What do you mean? What do you mean the swing? क्या
So
बोल रहा है?
you said start में though nothing in mental health doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Then it went to everything is mental health. Now it's coming somewhere in the middle where we're like okay mental health भी तेरा हो सकता है खराब but तेरे को अच्छा इंसान बनने के लिए खुद पे काम करना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, that's the thing. That does a mental health issue excuse bad behavior? So that is where people are drawing the line कि हाँ भाई तुझे anxiety है, full sympathy. But does that excuse you being an asshole? कि are you at least working on yourself to not be an asshole to other people?
I have used it as an excuse for other people's behavior, like any random stranger. If they do something that is stupid or that just behave in a certain way, they speak to you rudely. My first thought is like they've been through something, now they are this person. It puts me at ease ki, okay, like this is my excuse for them, and then I can move on, because I don't like going about life just assuming people are assholes and rude, because that's like a very unsettling thought to have. I go about life thinking people are idiots, just like most people are idiots, and if they turn out to be smart and understanding, okay, great. But like if then they are not, I'm not disappointed. I'm just like, yeah, that's just how people are.
Idiots.
There's one level deeper. I've seen this in the hospital. Okay. So many people come into the hospital and everybody has a different personality. Some people are polite, some people are scared, some people are very rude. So शुरुआत में रेसिडेंसी में especially जब हमारे पास टाइम नहीं होता, the rude people are like the worst. So we tell each other कि भाई ये टॉक्सिक है, ठीक है, ये पेशेंट टॉक्सिक है, ये रिलेटिव टॉक्सिक है. It's like a warning कि भाई तुझे you have to be careful. Later I realized whenever I spend some time with somebody so-called toxic, it's always like there is a wall. And behind that toxicity is incredible amounts of fear.
Yeah.
Every single time. And there's always a wall that if you break down, they will start crying. It's happened to me so many times. Ki the most toxic people, if you just give them some space to, okay, calm down, everything that you're worried about is being taken care of, suddenly they'll just collapse. And they'll cry. And they'll be like, अरे आपको पता नहीं है मेरे घर से इतना प्रेशर आ रहा है मेरे पे कि सब लोग मुझे ही देख रहे हैं, आई हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ दिस, आई डोंट हैव मनी, दिस दैट. ऑल ऑफ दैट इज कमिंग आउट एज टॉक्सिसिटी कि ये क्यों नहीं हुआ, वो क्यों नहीं हुआ, यू नो, लाइक तुम लोग डॉक्टर लोग कुछ नहीं करते. ऑल दैट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम अ प्लेस ऑफ आई एम हेल्पलेस, आई कांट डू एनीथिंग. बट इट टेक्स सो मच पेशेंस ऑन द साइड ऑफ द डॉक्टर टू go through all that toxicity to get to that vulnerability कि भाई डॉक्टर्स के पास भी टाइम नहीं होता. Right? So especially in government hospitals, nobody has the time.
No.
Private में थोड़ा होता है, but now it's a rule in my mind. अगर कोई भी toxic है, I know they have a lot of fear. अगर मेरे पास टाइम है तो I'll deal with it. अगर नहीं है तो unless it's a patient. If it's a patient or a relative, I always have time. But if there is a toxic person in life, I now choose to step back. I know you have a lot of things to deal with. I don't want to be the one helping you deal with.
I'm going scuba diving.
I'm going scuba diving. I have reached that stage in life. Bro, really, earlier, okay, in college and all, I was very curious about human beings. So if you are a troubled soul, I'm like, Aaja yaar, baith ja, bata, tell me what is bothering you. I want to understand. Now I'm like,
Now you've understood enough.
मैं समझ गया.
Okay.
please go for it.
I want to.
Please go for AI. It's
Please
fine.
go away.
Yeah, I want to close that loop. Like, would
Yeah.
you say it's still better for people to go to AI rather than not doing anything at all? Because before, either you went to therapy or you just did nothing. Now you have this middle ground where you can say, this is what I'm feeling, this is what's happening, and you will get something which will make you feel better in the moment.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to get better and you say, like, I have this problem and I want to get better at it, it might give you things that will lead you towards that eventually, maybe not right then. Like, I used GPT for journaling in some sense, not proper journaling, this is what I felt today, but I was trying to limit my dopamine, like cheap dopamine, get off Instagram, and like make sure I'm going to the gym every day and get this work done. So every day I would come and say, today I did this is what I missed. So then like, okay, tomorrow do it this way instead, do it that way. Used it for some sort of structure and scheduling in my life, and I found that it helped. But then after 3 days I was like, okay, I don't need to do it anymore. Like, I've got the gist of it.
Perfect.
So do you think that's still okay, or would you just say anything emotional, anything, just don't engage?
I feel like awareness always helps. Anything that gives you insight helps. So if you are somebody who's never done any sort of emotional work, you don't even feel that you feel. You think you are Superman. Now for you, if you एक बार तुम्हें बीच में लग गया कि यार मुझे बुरा लगा, and you tell ChatGPT, and ChatGPT gives you a full detailed insight into this is probably why you felt bad. And if that gets me thinking about my emotions, that's a net positive. Anything that gets you thinking about why am I like this is a net positive. The only danger is if you've never worked out before, do you want an app to tell you that every form, every set is good in the gym? That's probably not a great idea, because sometimes you will get it wrong. Like deadlift कर रहे हो, अगर तुम्हारा form सही नहीं है, you will injure yourself. So you need a trainer initially. If you are experienced, if you've done work, if you know how to journal, if you know what is happening, please use AI. AI is a great tool if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, the problem is you won't know where you're going wrong.
Yeah.
That's the issue. It's the same thing with health. Okay, abhi now AI has taken over health. You can ask AI any question about your health. It will give you 10 diagnoses. अभी तुम क्या करोगे 10 diagnoses के साथ? Like you tell AI कि मुझे fever है, मुझे बुखार है, मुझे back pain हो रहा है. AI will give you 15 things that can be wrong. करो अभी जो करना है. How do you know if you're going the right way or not? You still need a doctor to tell you that.
Yeah.
But if you know enough about health, you can use AI as a tool. I use AI in my practice. Right? So if I want to do some quick calculations, if I want to find out कि अच्छा ये study मैंने कभी तो पढ़ा था, just find out that study for me quickly. I know. And I know that this is the right study. I know it's not hallucinating.
Yeah.
So you need enough knowledge to use AI.
You can wield the tool so that it can help you do what you need.
Exactly. It's like a car.
Yeah.
Right? If you know driving, car is awesome. If you don't know driving, how do you know if you're going the right way or not?
Yeah.
So therapy is like that. Bro, start using AI as a tool, but go for therapy under a licensed therapist at least for a year to know whether AI is taking you down the right path or not.
Right.
Because AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It'll get more and more integrated into our lives. वो कहीं जा नहीं रहा है. So the faster we learn how to use it, the better. That's my whole take, man.
Yeah.
Because गलती तो हो रहा है लोगों के साथ. I know a couple who were in a 5-month relationship, and
So long.
They in today's standards, and they would keep fighting, and then both of them put their WhatsApp chat into their respective chat GPTs, and both of them got such different answers about how the other person is horrible and they deserve so much more. Both of them. And then they both started arguing about that.
Oh.
And then of course it didn't work out. They broke up.
I mean, if you're 5 months into a relationship and then you're asking ChatGPT questions about each other, that's a...
Yeah.
It's a
You would be surprised, brother.
oh, yeah?
Then you do. He did something very
Similar?
very
No, but
cool
he's-
to me. He put his ChatGPT and his girlfriend's ChatGPT to have a conversation,
Oh shit.
and then they had a fight.
They have fight, really?
No,
Something, no, they had a
her
fight.
GPT kept interrupting my GPT. So I was like, okay, they're pretty accurate.
The user doesn't fall far from the program.
Program.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
this chat
crazy.
analyzing thing is crazy.
Yeah.
Like you can just export your chats, put it there, and say, okay, start asking questions. Like, is this person gaslighting me?
What?
Yeah, because they know patterns. And so my thing is, where does this information come from? Like, does AI take everyone else's problems and like form answers, or they go through like what Reddit forums? or,
Yeah,
like,
dude, it comes from Reddit. Because most of the relationship conversations on the internet is from Reddit. And apparently some 50-60% of Reddit conclusions are ki chhod de. Like at the end of every relationship argument.
But that's like
I
going
was
to
right.
that's like going to any friend. Like,
Just
if-
leave him.
like the
Just
first
leave
2
him.
times the friend will give you advice and say
Don't do it.
and then the rest is like, okay, I'm tired of this conversation.
Exactly.
Leave them.
Exactly.
Chhod de bhai. You deserve
For
better.
my convenience, you should leave them.
Yes.
And
At
leave
least
me
now, I stop this.
Can we talk
Whatever
about
this is.
Can we talk about football again? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But that's where the algorithm also comes from, right? Like, where is it getting all its knowledge? वो सब internet से ही निकालता है ना?
Scraped off everything that's ever
Exactly.
been online.
So
right?
the average collective human wisdom says
हाँ.
छोड़ दे.
Yeah.
Currently on the internet,
हाँ.
the conservative wisdom says no, stay,
through it.
Work on it,
through it.
yeah.
But they are not on the internet.
Correct.
They are
They
on
don't-
AstroTalk.
अरे तू कर, तेरा स्टार अलाइन नहीं हुआ है, बट तू कर, हो जाएगा.
Absolutely. AstroTalk says that 7 जन्म तक तुम साथ में रहोगे. भाई कहाँ जाओगे?
7 दिन नहीं हो रहा भाई.
This Kundli is crazy, bro. My birth certificate doesn't have my birth time on it.
Very convenient.
It just says 5 p.m.
Oh.
That
Now
is
we
the
don't
time.
know at what point from 5 to 6 it has
Oh,
happened. It
वो
just says
exact time नहीं है.
5 p.m.
तो 5 PM ही होगा फिर.
No 5.00. 5 p.m.
Okay.
Okay.
वो भी ऐसा हाथ से लिखा हुआ है. तो
तो
someone
मतलब
must have
could
been
be.
like, हाँ.
कुछ भी. भाई तेरा पूरा लाइफ चेंज हो गया.
Yeah. So now every relationship I get into, after a couple of months, I like send me your time and no.
Do they ask you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a very
girls
common
are
thing.
really into it.
Yeah, girls will ask you what is your birth
What's
Time.
your-
Yeah.
No,
Rashi.
I feel like girls are always into all this outer body experience and just the world is more than what it seems and
Ah.
Which is-
stars have
which is-
something to do with my life.
Oh,
Which is so
that-
cute.
that's
Which is
hard.
cute, which is
Cute.
nice. I
For a
like having
while.
those conversations.
For a while. How
Yeah.
many people have asked you your birth times? Like really, people have asked you your birth time.
Not birth.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. For this specific case of let's compare our thing on
Charts.
this
If it-
random
if it's-
app.
If it's
Yeah.
compatible,
And
Right.
GPT has taken over astrology also, by the way.
हाँ.
You can just put your chart and they give you, this is what's happening. It's just,
No, it's really a beautiful way of explaining what you already know. Like I've never seen astrology change someone's mind about someone. Isn't that strange? Like I already have an opinion of you. Now you tell me your star sign, and I will immediately say, oh, that makes sense. You are a Pisces. You are a Capricorn. But suppose if that doesn't make sense, I will ask, what is your moon sign? And then, if that doesn't make sense, there's something else called sun rising, moon setting, something. अब ये 3 में से एक तो fit हो गई, and you'll be like, oh, interesting, you are that variant of this zodiac, and that makes sense.
bunch of bullshit.
But it is
He's
still,
teaching us how to pick up chicks
it
with the
is-
Astro apps, dude. What is wrong with you?
it
You
is
pick
still
up these
going
chicks,
to.
you'll- 2 महीने बाद मिलता हूँ मैं तेरे को फिर. You will need some help.
No, but it's crazy because you never change your mind. No one has ever changed their mind because of astrology.
Yeah.
They
Just
have
the names.
correct.
नहीं,
They
लोग
just,
अक्कड़ दिमाग के उनको
एक
अगर
double
कुछ
I.
उनको अगर कुछ पसंद आया तो they'll be like, oh, ये तो सही बोल रहा है फिर.
Yeah.
See, the thing I've learned from astrology is that how similar people are. Just on the core, like we're all very alike, yet so different. But then astrology finds those things that are alike
Yeah.
between, and it just like goes deep on them, and we're like, okay, you're this person, you're this person. And you're like, hey, I am this person. Like most people in the core, they're nice human beings, they're emotional beings, and they have love in them. So it's like, oh, you are a loving person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am loving.
Yeah, of course I'm a loving.
But you also have a hidden dark side,
Ah.
which nobody has seen yet.
Yeah. Who doesn't have a hidden dark
Freudian
side?
slip.
Of course. And you could just, so there are certain things. So this is called cold reading, okay? Wherein
Karan Singh Magic told us about
Oh,
cold reading.
interesting.
Yes.
he would be a much better person to talk about cold reading because I think he would do it
He
professionally.
did it to us.
What is
that
that
day.
You read your mind or something?
No.
Not read your mind, but essentially, like you know that game where you're warm and you're cold. Like if you're finding something on a table,
Right. I'll say you're warm if you're close.
warm, you're cold. So cold reading is how do you start off from knowing nothing to getting warmer and warmer?
Okay.
Simply by talking to you.
Okay.
Like I'd just be like, so since you've already mentioned some things, I'll be like, looking at you, I feel like you're pretty calm, but then there's a vibration about you. Like kuch to, like something is upsetting you which you're not really facing, and maybe something to do with a parental figure. Right? And then you'll be like, you'll think of something. Okay. And I'll tell you, I just want to tell you that it will be okay, but it is going to take another couple of weeks because your dad has to hear something from you. He's waiting to hear one particular thing from you. And you know what it is. And you are afraid to say it.
I'm not
But-
afraid, I just don't want to.
No, so it's
So
like
you know what I
these
mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like
I
you're
get-
feeling your way.
Yeah, no.
And I will say something very open and I'll wait for your reaction.
No, but that's
then
so
narrow
true.
it down. Then
And narrow it down.
Yeah.
Similarly with body issues. Everybody will have some body issue, right? And I'll feel like, okay, something in your body has been bothering you for the last 1 year.
This is Stuvi right now.
Stuvi, right?
Yeah.
So that's cold reading, dude. And like astrologers do this all the time, right? Because everybody wants to feel like this makes sense. Whatever is happening in life.
Yes. I'm
just
at
has
the
to
right
make
place.
sense.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm at the
yeah.
right place. ऐसा कोई बता रहा है तो you feel.
You feel better.
Yes.
But are you trying to say that they're being deceitful when they come up with this, like they're starting from a very generalized area, right? And then they try to penetrate, go deeper, go further. Am I getting warmer? Am I getting colder?
Yeah.
Are they not being honest in that initial? Is the average astrologer not telling the truth?
Absolutely.
He's not.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely. I'll tell you what my mixed feelings about astrology is. Similar for tarot reading. Okay. Earlier, I thought ये तो out and out scam है. Because there is no way for me to know what's happening in your life. But then I realized that I was getting it all wrong. The purpose of it is not actually to know what's happening. The purpose is to give you a different framework to look at your own life. The tarot reader is not being a mentalist. Some of them pretend to be mentalists and that is a scam. But if a tarot reader is able to give you a different framework, like you are stuck, okay, तुम्हारा job खराब है, relationship खराब है, whatever. Now a tarot reader, if they're able to give you a different framework that it's going to be okay if you just put in some effort in this area. And that helps you. And it does help people. All people need sometimes is a different framework of looking at a problem. They will go back and their life is actually better. And that is not a scam.
Correct.
So anybody whose life has gotten better because of something that some astrologer or tarot reader has said, that benefit is real. So now does that make the original act a scam? That is where the conflict happens.
What do you think?
I feel that every human being has the absolute right to explore anything that they think will help them. किसी का हक नहीं है बोलने का कि तुम ये नहीं कर सकते. भाई तुम्हारा टाइम है, तुम्हारा पैसा है, तुम्हारा लाइफ है. अगर टैरो तुम्हें हेल्प कर रहा है तो करो भाई. You can get scammed anywhere. You can get scammed buying medicines.
Correct.
If you buy it from a shop that doesn't, that is not
डॉक्टर
real.
लोग भी स्कैम करते हैं.
You can get scammed anywhere.
Yeah.
It is nobody's responsibility except yourself to know if you are getting scammed or not. And if you get scammed, your time, your money, your life. If it helps you, fine. The only issue that I have is people who are claiming to help people should help people. And helping means empowering. तो अगर if I'm a doctor, you come to me as a patient and I tell you कि ये करना है, but तुम्हें हमेशा मेरे साथ आना पड़ेगा. You have to keep coming to me. I'm not a great doctor. I'm not helping you. I'm actually making you addicted
Your customer,
to me. Yeah. If you are in the industry of helping people, then you have to make them independent. If you are not making them independent, I feel like you're not doing your job. That is my take.
Would you disagree with a lot of medical treatments that exist in today's times? Like for example, like people have cancer, what do they do? Chemotherapy. Now chemotherapy is a way for you to get rid of your cancer.
Correct.
Right? Now in a lot of cases, it just weakens the person. They don't end up getting rid of their cancer. In a critical case, where someone has said ki a doctor has recommended that they get chemotherapy, and they've not found the help that they thought they would get through the chemotherapy.
Like the cancer didn't get cured.
It didn't get cured. Maybe because it's in a latter
Advanced
stage, or maybe
Absolutely.
it's because of whatever.
Correct.
So now, do you think that there are treatments and processes in the medical world that are more business oriented, that get customers to come and depend on them more?
So, medicine is definitely a business, like is everything else. If you are giving money for a service, that is a business.
Correct.
The point is, what we are discussing here is it an ethical business? Are we doing it ethically?
मैं वही तो कह रहा हूँ.
Right.
अगर let me reframe my question one time. If I, as a medical professional, I'm giving you a solution that prescribes you to rely on me perpetually, which there might be some, I don't know any off the top of my head. Am I being ethical or not?
Of course. So, when you talk of cancers, right, there are cancers which will require treatments for 6 months, 1 year. Now, if the doctor, what is unethical about this? Suppose if the doctor says, I will give you this medicine, you give me 1 lakh rupees, you will get better. While knowing that the patient is not going to get better. That is unethical. Now, in what happens in cancer centers is, they will tell you कि ये 12 session है, and the chances of you getting better with this is 70%. Which is how all cancer treatments work. No cancer treatment is like, अरे 100% ये ठीक होगा, because there is always a risk that cancer can spread. There is always that little risk. The doctor will have to explain the difference between like modern medicine and jhadput is that ये भस्म ले लो, ये पानी पी लो, तुम्हारा 100% ठीक हो जाएगा, ये तुम्हें पैसा अभी देना पड़ेगा. And then they don't get better. That is the unethical part. So there is nothing like तुम्हें हमेशा treatment लेना है. If there are treatments like that, the doctor will tell you. Like for example, if you have a heart attack and you recover from that, you will always be on antiplatelets for the rest of your life. You will be on blood thinners for the rest of your life. I don't think that's unethical. Like you will, तुम खुला खुला बोल रहे हो कि तुम्हें हमेशा आना पड़ेगा. You will have to take this treatment for the rest of your life. Are you giving what you are selling? What makes it unethical? What makes it a
Is
scam?
it you're not doing that?
Correct. The scam is I am doing something and I'm lying to you. I'm cheating you. I'm telling you कि ये नहीं मिल रहा है तुम्हें. That is the problem. And I'm not saying that there is no unethical things happening in hospitals. There are unnecessary medications given. There are unnecessary surgeries being done. All of that is unethical. And it has to be stopped. There has to be a pushback. That cannot be a excuse to not believe all of it.
Yeah.
Because then where will you go? क्योंकि हम वहीं से आए हैं. People always talk about modern medicine and say कि अरे ये गलत है. Therefore, let me go back to the stone ages. That doesn't work, dude. We've just
नहीं, it's
come
not
from
about-
there.
It's not about हाँ Stone Ages तो किसी को नहीं जाना है.
हाँ.
Like if I break my hand, I will
Go
go
to
to
a
the
doctor.
doctor.
Yeah.
But for my general health of late, I have decided that I don't want to be going and seeing the doctor, taking pills and things like that.
General health matlab what kind?
Kind of
What kind?
scares me. Like if I get a cold, I don't want to take Crocin cold and flu.
Great.
Or if I have I don't have that thought about supplements like a B12 or vitamins and things. I think those are important. But there's something, I don't know, I get a little bit of the creeps with these.
So what is happening? It's a very interesting thing that's happening in the world of medicine, okay? And it has to do with AI. Earlier, doctors were very, very used to being the ultimate word. मैंने बोला मतलब तुम्हें करना है. And patients also didn't have a choice. जो भी उनको health problem हो रहा है, they just have to trust the doctor. Now what is happening is that information asymmetry is reducing. Earlier, doctors knew everything, patients knew nothing, and so the information asymmetry was very high. Now, because of AI, Google, the accessibility of information, the information asymmetry is much less. So now doctors have to work much harder to convince the patient that there is still information asymmetry. That I still know better than you, and my intention is to help. If that patient comes in thinking that the patient knows more than the doctor, there is no information asymmetry. Then why will the patient give the doctor any medicine? Right? It is all power structure. So right now, you are talking about supplements and Crocin and antibiotics because you've read some things. Right? You feel like you know it. That's fine. If you feel like you know something more, information asymmetry chala gaya, of course you will not want to go to a doctor. Until shit hits the fan and there is information asymmetry again that is so obvious that you cannot avoid it anymore. Then you will go. So all of this is like law of thermodynamics, dude. Like we don't make these decisions. Apne aap ho jayega. So as long as you are healthy, you will feel like you have information asymmetry. And long may it last. Right? We should learn. We should know. All of us should know. The problem is कि वो nuances समझने में time लगता है यार. And the problem with AI is that it makes you think you know very quickly. 5 minute पढ़ने के बाद तुम्हें लगता है.
That's the one of the biggest problems is that because it's coming from AI, it must be true. It's real. AI, it's AI, bro. They know. Like it knows.
Yeah. Black box.
Yeah, which is sometimes, and that I realize after I've seen GPT hallucinate. I'm like, you don't know anything.
GPT hallucinated?
Yeah, they hallucinate. Sometimes they tell you about things that don't exist. Like I was talking about.
What?
Yeah.
Makes
This
no
is so
sense.
common.
So I use GPT sometimes for like DJ set preparation, or just like I say, oh, I like this set of this guy. Give me more songs. Give me a list of 20 songs that sound like this. It gave me 20 songs that don't exist.
What?
Like artist name, song name.
Yeah.
Look it up. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Artist
Or
also and
like,
the song also.
can you tell me more sets that sound like Solomon ka that set, and like, oh yeah, listen to this, go to this channel. This, or I was looking at something, interviews or podcasts with producers talking about production. I was like, I want to get into it. Give me some that I should listen to. It gave me like 5-6. None of them exist, bro.
Yeah.
No podcast हुए ही नहीं है.
Answer बताने के चक्कर में, like, I'll tell him anything.
Yeah.
But I don't understand, if it picks up everything it knows from the internet, then maybe from some small place somewhere it's found those names and all. No?
नहीं
So-
है भाई, अभी नहीं है तो.
AI is predicting what the most likely next word is. It doesn't have context of the entire sentence. So try to understand it. When it's saying you are absolutely right, it's not telling you that you are right. It is thinking कि you के बाद are is the most likely word, absolutely is the most likely word, right is the most likely word that will work in this situation.
Yeah.
It is literally predicting word by word कि क्या बोलना चाहिए. It doesn't have context of overall what this means in the larger world. What does this mean in relation to your emotions, what you are going through? वो सब नहीं है ना. It is just predicting. It is a predictive language model. So when you think of it like that, you will sort of start seeing it in a very different way. कि you are actually imposing your intelligence onto AI. You are reading those words and you are making more sense of it than what the AI intends. Because AI does not intend anything. It does not have intention. It is only predicting.
Yeah.
It's like modern art. या कवि कहना चाहते थे.
Yeah.
You are interpreting the poem.
कुछ भी बोलता है bro कभी-कभी. I use it for our podcast का. This also like sometimes for prep, sometimes for like coming up with ideas. And then this one time it was telling me, oh, the episode you did with this person, which we've never done. I was like, which episode?
Is it predicting the future?
Let's see now. But it might
That
be
would be
making
wild.
assumptions
Yeah?
like if
That would be
they've
wild.
had these many people, so they've probably had this person also.
That's how.
So once I was doing a research on a subject, and I asked Gemini to give me research articles that I can write a paper on, and it gave me like 15 of them, and 10 of them did not exist. And they gave me such detailed things. They gave me which journal, which date it was
Yeah.
published in. This is the date of DOI number karke hai. So everything was there, but they don't exist. It just makes
Making
shit up.
Yeah.
Make shit up.
Forging like research documents has never been easier than I'm assuming. You can literally just come up with one.
But see, that's what's so interesting about AI, and this will not last. This will change. Already it's reducing. Hallucinations are reducing now. But what's interesting is our brain does this exact thing. Okay. Our brain is constantly hallucinating. It is constantly creating things. But what is happening is before we are aware of it, it is deleting most of it because it predicts that this cannot be reality.
Damn.
So what you are experiencing right now is the end result of a lot of eliminations. And we are eliminating those based on this blueprint of what we think reality is.
So conditions like schizophrenia are the inability to delete those things.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Even psychedelics. So in psychedelics, so all of this is serotonin based. So serotonin is a neurotransmitter. Serotonin receptors are there all throughout the brain. And when we perceive things, we are perceiving a lot. So out of 100% of things that we see and hear and smell and everything, they go through a filter. And that filter through the thalamus, it's an area in the brain, in the center of the brain.
Yeah.
So the thalamus has to filter out कि भाई ये important है, ये important नहीं है, important है. And then it has to put everything together. Now how to put it together? It's like a jigsaw. How to put it together? It can only put it together based on our past experiences. If you've heard amygdala gives the emotional
Okay.
experiences.
Just wanted to say the word.
Hey, I gotta. Every
somebody-
time we do this, you on your streams only.
Of course. Have you seen that reel? There is a random voice, and then based on the word on the screen, you will hear that.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's exactly. So if you think of a word, the voice will sound like that word because you're predicting. Now, how is that reality? So reality is like directly what you expect. What are you predicting?
Yeah.
Right.
Which is why if you don't predict something, you might not even see it. And conversely, if you're predicting something, like for example, if you have a crush on someone and you're going traveling, you might see faces that resemble them. You might just see, oh, this person.
Because you're thinking
Yeah,
about
they
will
will
worry
hai na.
Yeah.
You're
So you
thinking
will-
about
You might smell their perfume somewhere, or you might hear their laugh somewhere, or you might see their face.
They're there only. They're cheating on you.
Twist. Plot twist.
But
Like
I
Fight
want
Club.
to go back to one thing you said. The last time you were here,
Yeah.
we spoke about weed and how it works,
Yeah.
what it does to you, everything.
Yeah.
This time I want to talk about like hard drugs.
Sure.
Weed is not cool anymore. All the
No,
kids,
is it?
all the kids,
It's
kids
out,
are
huh?
doing pills now.
No,
Oh,
it's
shit.
there was like an unfortunate incident where 2 people died at a techno event.
Very
I feel
recently,
like,
right?
like 2-3 days ago only.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need a little more awareness about
Yeah. Yeah.
like, all these hard drugs and what they do, how they work.
Yeah. It's going to be a full revolution, right, in the next 10 years, because the history of specifically we are talking of 2 subsections. One is empathogens, that is MDMA, and there are hallucinogens, so that is LSD. So these are two broad categories. So when we talk about hard drugs, we are basically talking about these in the context of recreation. The harder drugs are like heroin and opioids, which don't really come into this
That's
conversation.
for the next episode.
That's for the next episode. So, yeah, we are kind of escalating.
Escalating, yeah.
So, what happened was like in the 1930s or so, LSD was discovered, and then ecstasy or MDMA was discovered, and
In the 1930s, you said?
30s, 40s, around that time, and around the 60s, there was a huge pushback. Right, so the hippie culture was going on. There was a huge pushback, and I think it was Ronald Reagan, or I forgot which president.
Yeah, the Reagan administration, I think, and the Charles Manson thing also.
Yeah, and they put all these drugs into Schedule H or something, which is drugs that have zero medical value. Okay, which means that now there is no possibility of any research or anything that can happen into any of these. When that thing was passed, their own administration's doctors wrote a letter saying, don't do that. We are still researching, and we are seeing early promising signs that these drugs could be used for depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety. But then they pushed it. All research stopped for 20, 30 years. Now, in the last 15 years, it has started coming out again. So now there are more and more research studies showing how both like MDMA, even psilocybin, that is mushrooms, magic mushrooms, they have potential as treatment for depression, for PTSD, even for addiction. So research has started in the US, in Amsterdam, in Europe, multiple places. Research has started. I give it 10 to 15 years. It is going to be either mainstream or like parallel to mainstream, like an adjuvant to medicines. Now, the recreational aspect of it has always been there, even though it is banned.
It's never stopped.
It has never stopped. And people have been using it. People have been having a good time. People want to get high. Like Chris Rock says in one of his stand-ups, like people want to get high. You will never stop people from wanting to get high. People want to escape. And people discover that rather than alcohol, this is probably a better escape. The problem is that because it is illegal, you never know if what you're taking is contaminated or not.
Yeah.
That is the real crime here. So now in all the festivals and all in abroad, there are tents where no questions asked. You take your stuff, they will check कि भाई तुम ले ही रहे हो, at least let me make sure that what you're taking is not poison.
So we don't have people dying at our festival.
You don't want people dying.
Test the stuff. Whatever.
Test the stuff.
Test it out, yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
And that's an interesting change, right, in the way that we perceive these things. Because what I've realized is that no substance in the history of mankind has done as much harm to humanity as alcohol has.
Facts.
How is that legal? A chemical with zero medical value, only harm, it makes people violent. It has led to so many incidents of domestic violence, and road crashes, accidents, a negative in every way.
Just families tearing apart.
Correct? How is that out there? Whereas anyone who has had let's say a mushroom trip, they have, and if it has been a guided one, the way they experience it and they come back has never led to violence or any of that. If anything, they have come back with a sense of spiritual oneness. So we can have a different discussion on why that is. Why is one of them legal and one of them is not? But the tide is shifting. And as of today, it is still illegal. But I believe that the conversation has to start, because in the next 10 years, 20 years, there is going to be a shift. And I, for one, would support that, at least for medical use. The day it becomes legal, I would make sure that I am associated with a center in India which will do that in a guided way, as per guidelines, everything legal. But you cannot just dismiss something. the reason that those deaths happened, unfortunately, is because of this. That because it is illegal, everything is underground. You can't test them, and so you end up taking the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing as how alcohol just state mein illegal hai. They will mix it with random stuff, and then people lose their eye. Same thing. You make something illegal, you immediately increase the risk of harm.
You make it illegal, and also you reduce the information around it. Like you might even take stuff that's not contaminated, but if you don't know how much to take.
Yep.
But it's just like free balling. It's a lot of this happens from overdose also. It's not just because you've been poisoned. That's obviously another factor. And now, like being a DJ and playing parties, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't know what happens at parties, because like some people try to play it safe and just pretend like मुझे तो नहीं पता ये सब हो रहा है. But like I know more and more people have started consuming. They've started taking ecstasy, they've started taking MDMA. The whole reason you're seeing hard tech events happen in Bombay every weekend is because there is a crowd that goes and
does these drugs.
Yeah, like people who are watching this, they drink alcohol. Most people drink alcohol. At no point do you drink alcohol and go, I'm going to listen to hard techno for 4 hours straight. Like we all know what's happening here. Like there is music also that is catered towards substances. So agar ye sab ho hi raha hai, so there first of all needs to be information around it. And it also, you know, keeping it illegal increases the appeal also.
Yeah.
Because it's cool now. Like the whole concept of a rave is supposed to be illegal. Now, obviously, we've commercialized it fully and we throw festivals with brands on board who are sponsoring a rave. But a rave is supposed to be in a warehouse somewhere where the police can come at any time. There's
it's supposed to be a rebellious act. It was.
See, when you're young and your parents tell you to not do anything, not do something, you feel like doing it.
You like do it.
It's the same. Yeah, you do it. Like we were throwing toasters off the balcony because we thought it was fun.
I feel like that's just you.
And it's the same thing with
What was your argument with your dad again?
It wasn't about a toaster.
Mera bread kyun chala hai?
I'm too old for the toaster now. But my
Washing
point
machine.
is my point is that I feel like our India is so conservative about these subjects. Like this is already, I'm sure people must have clicked off from the with the idea of, oh, this is too much taboo and they should not be promoting the use of drugs and
promote kahan kar rahe hain?
No, I'm just saying that's how their perspective makes them think.
That's the takeaway.
Because they're so scared of the possibilities and the what do you call it, the path untraveled.
Sure.
That they don't know, they just want to assume that it's bad, you know. And these are same people who will have alcohol on the daily, you know.
7 से 11 रोज
घर पे बैठ के दारू पी रहे हो तुम लोग, you're missing out on a lot of things, and so am I, you know, since it's illegal.
Sure, I do sympathize. I feel like there are certain substances that we should be very respectful of. Right? I feel because, as you said, it's rave, it's counterculture, there is an act of rebellion, you might end up misusing them. So I've been reading about the history of these substances in the indigenous tribes, right? And all of these substances have actually come from a very, almost like a spiritual, ritualistic background. They are not meant to be consumed on a daily basis or as a, oh, let's go party.
To abuse.
No. So especially when it comes to, say, psilocybin, or in the Amazon tribe, the ayahuasca, the journey, there is something very deeply respectful about what this substance is doing to my mind. I believe that anything that has the power to change your mind should be treated with a lot of respect. Like, do you understand the
and also
power
caution.
of that? Yeah. Just imagine that you feel a certain way, you take this, now you feel different. What kind of superpower is that? Right? That is not something to be messed with. You have to have a certain ritual around it, which is why I feel the conversation is important. That these are not things to be done on a weekly basis. because ultimately everything affects your mind, everything affects your neural networks. You don't want to lose yourself in that. You still want to be able to come back. So there is a word that a lot of spiritual retreats that use substances use, which is integration. When you go and experience something, you will feel certain things. You will feel freedom, or you will feel spiritual oneness, or whatever. You might feel very good about your life. Can you show up the next day at work and bring all of those lessons and actually become a better human being? Can you come back and be a better husband, a better wife, a better employee, a better boss? Can you actually bring that back? That is integration. If not, then that is just an escape. You will keep doing that every week and wonder, why is my life not getting better? Right. So that is why I completely support this research-based use, because what they found was they took patients of depression, okay, and they gave them a specific dose of psilocybin in a room with music, guided by therapy, and they showed that one dose followed by therapy gives them improvement even after 3 to 6 months. That one session lasting for 8 hours shifted their mind, shifted the way they look at their body, shifted the way they look at their mental illness, which is equivalent to some of the best treatments available. Now, this cannot be disregarded, right? This means something. This is a really powerful thing that just happened. But if you don't appreciate that, if you think of it as just a party thing, you are actually reducing it. So same goes for MDMA, same goes for ecstasy. If there are chemicals that can change the way you look at the universe, dude, respect it. Like, don't abuse it. What are you doing?
खिलौना नहीं है वो.
हाँ भाई, like if something can change the way you feel. If you are on something and you look at your friend and you feel like, I'm so grateful to have you in my life, if something can give you that feeling, what are you doing, man? Like, that's a very powerful thing. Like, if you abuse it, it will have a negative effect on you.
What happens in your brain when you take MDMA? Can you break it down?
So theoretically, so your brain is running on certain chemicals, right? So there is serotonin, there is dopamine, there is norepinephrine. Each of these chemicals has a different role to play. So MDMA basically acts on dopamine, and it also acts on adrenaline. So it'll give you a lot of energy. It'll make you feel like, all right, let's keep moving. Yeah, it's an upper, and some amount of serotonin as well. So you feel good, you feel happy. The risk is that norepinephrine can increase your blood pressure. So if you are dancing and you're on alcohol and you are dehydrated and you do this, there is a chance that your blood pressure can shoot up and you can have heart issues, you can have brain issues. People don't understand this. People might just top up, not drink water, get really hot in a dance floor, and they can have heart attacks. So these are things that people have to know. And whose job is it to educate them, right? So that is a risk. That is a risky side of things. Similarly for psychedelics or hallucinogens, it affects your serotonin networks. Now, if you have a family history of psychosis, say if you have like an uncle who has schizophrenia, and there is a theoretical risk that you could also have those genes, you shouldn't do them. You should not do a psychedelic. You should not do LSD or shrooms. It can have a negative impact. You can be stuck in a hallucination for a long time. So these are things that people don't really know about until they do it. So I think that is what is going to happen in the next 10 years, 15 years. We will have these discussions. People will know.
You think these discussions start 10 years later, or they'll start now and change comes 10 years later?
I think they've started in pockets of society, but it's going to become more and more mainstream over the next 10 years. There's no rush. ठीक है. Like,
there's a lot of, I mean, ever since the research has resumed, like even with substances like weed, where people were like, oh, now though it's like super normal, weed is super. Now it's come out that it is actually really addictive, and it also has a lot of negative effects. Like before it was like, oh, it's a chill. Oh, it's a chill, like you smoke up and you chill. But now it's like it will ruin your life.
What is it? Just so that people know.
I mean, just to be clear, as a rule of thumb, anything that affects your neural networks is going to affect you.
Yeah.
That's not so complicated, right? So if you smoke up and you feel different, that means something has happened in your mind.
Yeah.
Hey, don't do that very often, right? And give your mind enough time to recover. So alcohol also does that.
Yeah.
If you drink, you feel different. That means something has happened. Even if you don't know any neuroscience, forget about chemicals. You feel different, right? That means something has affected your mind. Give your brain time to recover. Now, anybody who smokes up every day will have cognitive decline. They will not be able to focus without it. They'll not be able to remember. They'll get brain fogs. If they've been smoking up for like 5-6 years, suddenly they'll feel like, अरे यार, पहले मुझे और याद रहता था, अभी मुझे याद नहीं है.
Yeah, that's
It is
very
going
true.
to happen. Of course, it's not. Why are you surprised?
Yeah, it affects your sleep also, I think, in a very...
Yeah.
It reduces REM sleep. So then after a while, you're just like, hey, I wake up tired.
Yeah.
Like I wake up and I feel like I haven't slept only. And obviously the lack of REM sleep makes you think like you've slept really hard, but it's just that
Your body's not recovered.
your body hasn't recovered at all. You've just been knocked out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like doing that for a period of time, long, like they're
Years.
doing it every day. Like people, it becomes a part of their life.
Yeah.
Wake and bake is a thing, which is like you have woken up and decided ki this day we're just
Is
not-
over.
This day is over. Let's write this day off.
That's basically a weekend break. आज का दिन खत्म हो गया है. Enough. I've woken up. That's enough.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. I have a hypothesis that no one should do any mind-altering drug until they have touched 30.
Good.
That's
good
a very
hypothesis.
I say 25.
Sure, I give it 5 extra years because I'm 37, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like at least until your prefrontal cortex is
fully
matured,
developed. Huh?
you don't need that. You don't need any chemicals to come in your core development. Like, can you just develop in your natural graph so that when you experience these things, at least you have a functioning prefrontal cortex that can evaluate the changes in your own mind and appreciate what's going on and figure out कि अच्छा ये ज़्यादा हो गया, ये कम हो गया. If you're a kid, how would you even know if something is going wrong? You've not developed that much.
Yeah.
So the chances of something going wrong is much higher. So till 25, I would say 30 tak don't even touch anything. Like not even alcohol. I'm really at that stage where I feel like it's unfair what we are doing to our brains because life is long, dude. You know, you don't need to run that risk of damaging your brain early on so that you can enjoy the rest of your life. So just like how we don't allow people to drive before 18, why is that? We just think that they're not old enough to make decisions.
Make the right decisions.
Correct.
Right. That's the only reason. So similarly for alcohol, for any of this stuff, 25 that don't touch. Then you can maybe start exploring at your own pace. Hopefully there is enough guidelines. Hopefully it's legal.
Hopefully.
People feel too much FOMO, I think. People feel way too much FOMO. They feel
Yeah.
like they need to do everything in a certain timeline. I'm in my 20s, so I have to do it because I will.
Yeah, but you
probably
You
not.
have to do it. You do it because it's
No,
fun
I'm not
as
saying.
fuck. That's why you do
Firstly,
it.
it's fun for a lot of people.
It is fun.
I don't know.
I'm not
because
saying.
not
I'm
a-
not.
There is nothing.
Uh,
I mean, I won't say nothing, but like getting drunk is one of the most fun things.
It is fun. It is very fun. I enjoy doing it. But what I think the question we should be asking is, what is making youngsters want to do it?
Yeah.
What is making them feel like, oh, मेरे को जाके अभी सुट्टा पीना है अभी college के बाद?
Yeah.
You know,
क्या stress है भाई तेरे life में?
वही.
So-
no, you got.
Suppose if I tell you that wanting to escape is a natural human tendency. ठीक है. Now, if you assume that as a central hypothesis and you look around the society that capitalism only has built, where is the escape?
Escape.
Where can you escape your everyday cycle? And then you realize that the only escapes that capitalism has provided for you is either scrolling on your phone or watching Netflix on your TV or going for a movie or What? Go-karting? What? Like where? That is also rare. Where can you escape?
The escape is also to a capitalist
Yes.
venture.
Yes. Where can you escape if you want to escape the system? It's
Inside.
damn hard.
It's inward, maybe.
It's damn hard. If you have access to nature, why do you think Chowpatty or Marine Drive is so full? बैठने के लिए जगह नहीं होता शाम को. People are desperate to just escape the system.
Yeah.
They don't want to look at the city. They don't want to see roads and crowds. They just want a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
Like nothing in your way.
Yeah.
Full Marine Drive if you look.
It's always full.
Crowded, dude. There's a line
Yeah.
of people sitting behind कि अच्छा सामने कोई उठेगा मैं जाके बैठ जाऊँ.
Yeah.
Right? Why is that? Because that gives you escape. Bombay mein there is the beach and maybe there's Sanjay Gandhi, nobody goes. Like I was literally looking at the map the other day and realizing that Bombay is just surrounding that amazing national park, and if this was any other country in the world, this would be like a pride that we are one of those rare cities which has a national park, not even a garden, not a park. It's a national park. It's an actual forest with leopards in it. But we just don't think of that part of town.
Yeah.
How is that not a part of our escape? Like, why don't we go in there? Why don't we enjoy our...
No, because the system has just ruined everything.
Exactly.
That's why.
Exactly.
Why would you get up and go to a national park when you can just do this?
Find the
Exactly.
leopard on
You can watch literally some glaciers on your phone.
Dude, that is the crime.
Yeah.
That is the crime. And so, if people want to escape, this is it.
Dude, I saw this really cool reel on my Instagram where I know where, but in that video, this guy is very upset, about something that he's watched on his phone. They're like, "What happened? What did you see?" So I just saw the peak of Mount Everest, and then he's like, "Why does that? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that something you want to see?" Yeah, but that guy has just risked his whole damn life and how much time to go and scale this mountain. He's climbed over dead carcasses of people so that he can get to a point of this bliss. And now I can just open my phone and I see it.
See it, yeah.
That's wrong.
He's like, I don't deserve
deserve to see
like,
this.
But it's there. That's a problem, I feel.
And he's right.
Yeah, there is no... It's so hard to escape the system. So anybody who wants to escape now either has to put in a lot of effort to go to a place where they can get out. This is why I scuba dive, honestly.
Yeah.
That's my main reason, where you are absolutely not connected. There's no way, there's no phone, there's no network.
Yeah.
Like you're 40 meters underwater.
Yeah.
Like you're as far away as possible.
Yeah.
Or you get drunk or you get high. Like you go inwards. And people will say, oh, there's spirituality. Just come on, shut the... because while that is true, like asking someone to meditate or asking somebody to go inwards that way is actually a very high task.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It to make time for it, and also to have the patience for it, and to be able to put other things off, to sit down and do... It's just, it looks simple. You're just sitting down and meditating, but
It's the
just
hardest
to
thing
fit
to
it into your life and also get yourself to do it, you really have to be dedicated to, like in today's world at least. Maybe even like 20 years ago, I would say you would, in your day, to find time for meditation would be more applicable, and it's just
Bhai,
like
tu abhi 5 minute बैठेगा, 20 times your phone will buzz.
yeah.
Some constant construction sound outside. The maid needs to be paid.
People keep
All
talking
kinds of
about
things are happening.
People keep talking about being overstimulated. Now that's the word. I am feeling overstimulated.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we have started using that word in like just general conversation. Like it was a term that I would never hear before.
Yeah.
And now it's just like a thing. It's
Yeah.
like- and people have found that feeling and they know how to address it. And this escape thing is also one of the reasons that there's so many concerts happening. Where people just that's the only thing, right? And if you're living in Mumbai, it's like if a concert is happening, I know I will go there for 3 hours. I will listen to music,
Yeah.
whatever, do substances or not do substances, be around people.
Music is a substance.
Yeah,
If anything.
yeah.
Best substance, music.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it just takes you out of your body.
Yeah.
And puts you in a different place. You need that. We have lost religion actually that way, because I recently attended a bhajan and I realized how similar a really happening bhajan is to a rave.
Right.
Right, like that was the rave of that time, because
Yeah.
like so many people doing dun 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 dun, and there is a rhythm, and the rhythm picks up.
Yes.
Right? And so if you take any bhajan like Jai Dev, Jai Dev, Jai, so initially it's like slow and it's soft, and then the beat picks up, and then everybody's dancing and there's head banging going on. People actually get into it.
Yeah, bro. I've seen. I
Right?
know people who do that.
And like if you look at the Ganga Ghat wala the stuff at Banaras and all, with all the flaming fire turning around, all that is really trippy.
Yeah.
It's just that it is portrayed in a very religious way, and so it is more acceptable. Just like bhang is. If it is packaged in a religious way, that okay, this is a part of what Shiva has gone through and we are experiencing something very spiritual, it is acceptable.
Yeah.
Whereas, kids dancing to techno music, undergoing a very similar experience biochemically,
Right.
but the packaging is different, is unacceptable. But at the chemical level, it's the same.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen videos of people crying at a bhajan and crying at a techno event when their favorite song starts.
Yeah.
That feeling is the same, that sense of awe, that sense of
It's a sense of oneness also.
oneness, that I am one with all these millions of people around who are dancing to the same song.
Yeah.
That takes you out of your body. Just like, say, in a Catholic mass, when everybody's at a Sunday mass, everybody's singing the same song, they'll feel that sense of oneness. Dude, everybody's searching for the same thing. It's just that they're packaged in different ways.
Yeah.
So if techno can somehow figure out
A better packaging.
how to crack the religious code.
Yeah, I mean,
But that's what's happening. Like there are
Bhagwan
problem is
pictures
crack.
no, but then there are tracks now. All these German DJs are taking like Indian.
gods.
They're taking Gayatri Mantra and putting it in techno, and then people are just like,
Really going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the
Charlotte David
Charlotte David.
plays.
Shallow divide. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that only, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of Shiva stuff.
And you would think that people would get offended, but people were so happy that was happening. They
People
like,
were losing their minds. They're like, ये क्या है?
नहीं
You're
इंडियन लोग ना,
combining-
अगर कोई इंडियन बंदा करेगा ना ये, वो तभी उसके जाके गांड मारेंगे. वो जर्मन आदमी को करने दे उसको जो भी करना है. Again, हाँ, you accept our culture. It's cool. I'll come there. I'll spend some money. I'll also attend the crazy Shiva rave.
Yeah, dude.
And then
someone should throw a rave for world peace right now. You know, that would be.
David
Oh.
Guetta tried, no?
Oh, really?
no,
No.
like a meme.
It's a meme.
Ray for world
Yeah, but
peace.
like that's also another thing I wanted to ask you about. Like considering everything that's happening, war and whatever.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I sit and think, it's like how it's a very generic thought that in 2026 some people are deciding that we will throw missiles at each other and blow each other up. Like what is going on in those brains is what I want to know. Like what leads a person to, I mean, it's also not just one person, obviously, but it's like people sitting there and pressing these buttons. They are okay with doing those things. Like they're okay sitting. Like I'm not disrespecting the armies of any country. They're doing it for defense. But like someone is sitting on a plane and going and dropping bombs on people. Like what goes on in those minds? Like
I mean, the people who are actually committing the acts of violence,
They're following orders.
They're following orders, right? So there is a dissonance. I'm not a bad person. The person giving the order might be a bad person, but I'm not a bad person. So they did this series of interviews after World War II, and that's what they found, that a lot of Nazi soldiers, just like regular folks,
Yeah.
and they had Jewish friends. And they're like, sure, like I don't have a problem, but I have to just follow orders. And they came up with this word called the banality of evil. And banality is like the everydayness, the commonness, So we think of evil as something like, oh, what an evil person. But most evil is just, ठीक है, बोला है तो मैं करूँगा.
Yeah.
That's how most evil happens. Because you're just going with the flow. And to not be evil actually is an act of courage. Like to stand up against that flow and say, no, I will resign. No, I will not do it. I will disobey. Most people will not do it because they don't have to take it on themselves. And the person giving the order doesn't have to worry because I'm not doing it. So there is a disconnection between the decision and the action.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? I think of this in every act of violence actually. Like I think of it in non-veg, for example. If you're eating non-veg, can you kill the animal that you're eating? Because every time you dissociate the decision of violence from the act of violence, you are somehow making it easier on yourself. So that is at a global level also, I feel like that is what happens. The person giving the orders to kill off this bunch of people is not the one actually doing it.
Yeah.
So makes it easy for you to reconcile with yourself. At the core, I feel like we have never stopped being animals. Like we have just not been able to get above that, dude. We have not evolved ever. I was reading about some historian was talking about this. Since the beginning, we keep thinking of human evolution. Human evolution is a myth. Only technology has evolved.
Ooh.
Humans have not evolved. We are still doing the exact same things that we did in the Roman Empire or the Egyptian Empire or the Mesopotamian Empire or back when we were in stone caves. We have not changed. The technology has changed. We used to throw rocks at each other. Now we throw bombs at each other. That's it. The brain is still the same. The wiring is still the same. What we want, what we hate, what we fear is still the same. तो क्या ही एवोल्यूशन भाई, मतलब हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन को भी चेंज करना पड़ेगा. आई हैव चेंज्ड. आई एम नो लॉन्गर सरप्राइज्ड एंड आई हैव ऑल्सो kept that hope away now.
Got it.
Human beings, individual human beings can change. I truly believe that there will be some people who have risen above it. But as a species, अगर अभी तक नहीं हुआ है, नहीं होगा. This is going to continue. There will always be people looking for power to get power over other people because it makes them feel safe because they are monkeys.
Yeah.
We are essentially monkeys. I was in Masai Mara a few weeks ago and I saw all these, it's like savannas, okay, open mountains and grass, and there are lions walking and huge zebras and all, and bonobos. So bonobos are one of our closest ancestors. And the way they are all dealing with it, so there's this one head bonobo and there are 3-4 female bonobos with their babies around them, and there's a whole group of like 50-60 bonobos crossing the road, and they all travel in packs because individually anyone can come and kill, but together they feel like, okay, we are strong. That's us. That is where we came from, and I don't think things have changed that much.
Each country is a different bonobo
Each country
tribe.
is a tribe. Yeah.
And we are still the same. We haven't evolved. Our expectation has changed. So now, the way I see it is, I no longer look at Trump and think, kya ghatiya aadmi hai. I realize that is the norm.
Yeah.
Everybody in that circle kya? Idhar bhi wahi ho raha hai. That is the norm, and every time you meet somebody who has risen above, you respect that person. You give them importance and say that you are the abnormal person. And everybody else is norm. We are going to keep fighting stupid wars. It's never ending. And we will find some peace and then again there'll be war. Find peace, again there'll be war. Because that is what history has taught us. It is not going to change.
What if you don't think there's a possible reality where it's just anarchy, and people like you, me and all, we're just fed up, and we take our pitchforks and we go and we stab some minister somewhere, and people are just burning cars, and people are just it becomes like the
Purge.
So yeah, like the purge.
The Purge is insane.
Yeah.
That Rick and Morty episode of The
Oh
Purge
my
is,
God, yeah,
is such a cool concept.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
that
could
can
happen. It could happen.
A complete breakdown of the system.
One day of the year, go ham. Do whatever you want, and then
There's
they live
been
in
like
peace.
similar, like reasonably close events in recent history, like when that whole White House attack happened, for example.
The capital.
Yeah, they started just
Storm the
random
Capitol.
civilians going and storming
Correct.
things like that.
Yeah, dude.
It's but yeah, I can see that
But
happen.
then the problem
you know?
is that this whole state of people being not evolving. There are people who are really smart but with the wrong intentions, and they know how to mobilize the people who haven't evolved and instigate them and get them, like, to get someone to storm the Capitol. It's not just a bunch of people who decided. It took months and months of like building towards that, and then instigating, doing, like, coming up with conspiracy theories, and then making sure these people are joining those Facebook groups,
wow.
and then radicalizing them over and over again.
Yeah.
With like with their algorithms changing to every post being like, oh, these bad things are happening, you need to go and stop it. We have to rise up. And then after those months, that's the breaking point where they're like, okay, now I need to act. And that could happen to anyone. Like, I look at myself and I consider myself to be reasonably smart, but I know I also have a tendency to get fully brainwashed. I think you can get the smartest people also to.
You can rile anyone up.
Anyone.
Like, you push the right buttons to thoda to ho jayega na. Like,
Yeah.
you will.
What shook me recently was realizing how much of current global politics is still about religion. It kind of blew my mind, because I remember growing up, reading about all the stuff that has happened, thinking that वो सब पुराना स्टोरीज था. हमारा जनरेशन तो ऐसा नहीं करेगा, हम लोग तो ऐसे नहीं करेंगे. But it turns out that even now, the war is still a religious war.
Yeah.
Like, it's still Greater Israel project,
Yeah.
the Greater Islamic project. Oh, Catholicism has to spread. Even now in 2026, with all the advancements in physics and neuroscience and maths, everything that we know about the body and the universe, we are still killing each other based on religious beliefs.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around how this is possible.
Yeah.
Like, why hasn't that knowledge, awareness sunk into our core yet?
The system it rewards in stupid people. I'll give you an example. There is now everyone's aware of the war. Are you aware of this guy called Tucker Carlson? He's a
Of course.
reporter. He was on Fox
Of
News.
course.
Now he works independently because
Yeah.
he's tired of all this bullshit.
And also, he wants to run for president.
No, he won't
I
run.
think so.
Really?
No, he won't
I
run
think
for
so.
president. He won't.
Let's see.
He's okay. Either way, that's another conversation. But he's interviewing this guy called Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
I've
I saw
seen
that.
Yeah, I've seen that clip.
He's saying, what is your justification? Ted Cruz is this thing for Texas. He's saying, what is your justification for going into starting this war, throwing bombs at another country? What is your... And this guy believes in the Greater Israel project.
Yeah.
So he every time he's questioned about this, he keeps referring to the Bible.
Yeah.
A line in the Bible that he does not even know, or he does not even know by heart. He's referring to it, and he's saying that this is their land.
Yeah.
This is their promised land. So his knowledge of this war comes from that book.
Yeah.
And then he asks him, okay, tell me about Iran then. What do you know about Iran? And he's like, well, what do you mean? Like, what is the population of Iran? He does not know. What is the ethnic bifurcation of the people? Oh, we don't know how many are Shias, how many are this, how many. So like, you don't know anything about this place.
Yeah.
You don't know where they've come from, what they're doing, how they've ended up here.
Yeah.
But you believe this one specific thing that you have not even read in this book that you're referring to.
Yeah.
अभी इसके पास कितना power है? I was like, it should baffle people's minds. I was watching a Kunal Kamra interview abhi recently, and the interviewer asks him, you have a problem with the Prime Minister. You think he's not capable. So he says, I don't think he's not capable. I'm paraphrasing here, but he says, I don't think he's not capable, but look around him. How many capable people do you see around this person? And then if you are someone who cannot identify whether he does or not is something, again, up to the people to decide, but that's his point of view. Ki if someone deserved needs to be in these posts, someone who knows their history, someone who has an ability to deal with culture, someone who has knowledge, and only then can systems be changed, only then can places be reformed, only then can mindsets evolve, and people will not think about things like religion in such a scary way.
Yeah, it is. It's a trap.
It's a trap, and there are people who should not be there.
But
in
only
their
those
job,
people will be there.
Yeah.
Power. It's a quest for power for these people, I think.
Yeah.
With American politics, it's a little weird, right? You can expect a Donald Trump or a Kanye West or all these random people to become president there. It's kind of over there, thoda decentralized hua hai power in a small sense, I feel.
But it's again then.
Like, अगर पैसा है तुम्हारे पास तो तुम्हारे पास power है.
But Donald Trump did not become president overnight. Like, I was reading about how long this thing has been going on.
Yeah.
Where in the right-wing Facebook groups, like, kab se chal raha that he's the second coming of Christ.
Yeah.
The first time I read it, I was like, no, this has to be a joke. But it's real. People.
He just posted a picture of himself as Jesus.
Yeah.
And he's saying, no, I did not ask them to make me look like this.
Yeah.
I told them to make me look like a doctor.
Ultimate gaslighting.
You're an idiot.
Insane.
He's a fucking moron, dude. I think that assassination attempt was also like it was fake.
Oh, that's for sure. Because I'll tell you why. There was a internal memo somewhere about how Viktor Orban, the Hungary president, who just lost the election,
right.
There were some discussions, I forgot where they said that a failed assassination attempt is a great way of mobilizing
troops. Let's
troops.
go.
And in the American election also, that is where the thing switched. Right, till then it was sort of neck and neck, and then that assassination attempt happened, and then suddenly there was a lot of like, he is God's child.
Yeah.
Like, how could he have come so close and still survived? And there is, now when you look at him, there's no injury, there's nothing, but apparently like the bullet hit him just enough that there is blood.
It grazed his ear.
But his ear is. Did you see any recent photo where he thought that a bullet has gone through that ear?
No scar, nothing, right?
No.
So what kind of bullet does that?
Yeah.
Where there's bleeding,
And it's
but nothing has been damaged.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? And so there is this thing called Occam's razor.
Yeah.
If you don't understand something, the simplest explanation is probably the right one. Like, don't go for very complicated explanations. What is the most logical explanation that can just explain this, even if it's not probable? Like, just believe that. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think there was a gunshot. He went down, took him out. Like, blood.
Yeah.
Photographs. That incredible photo.
The optics was
that
next
photo
level.
was amazing.
We knew he won. Like, I'm an Indian.
Photo was
Nothing to do with your politics.
amazing. And you know what? I don't even blame anybody. Like, I don't even think, dude, that is the game.
That's the game.
That is the game. So if people are going to be swayed by it, they will do it.
Yeah.
Of course they will do it. Why not? Kya hai? If the game is to win, they did it. They won. Good job. I'm all for it now. Chal, bro, hustle, kar lo. It's up to us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If we fall for it, then they will keep doing it.
Yeah.
Insane.
It's just crazy and insane that this is still like, it is still a thing that we are sitting down and having this conversation. And it's just like, if we are talking about how human beings haven't evolved, then also there is one way to look at it. I think at the core, most human beings are just like kind. They want to be nice. Like, they want to go about life being nice and staying together, and for there to be harmony.
So
That's not true.
No, that's not true. Most human beings are scared.
Yeah.
The core is fear. And only when their fear is subsided will they find space for kindness.
Okay.
Which is why most people who are kind are actually being brave. It's not easy to be kind. everybody has their own shit going on. So when you find somebody who's kind, you have to really appreciate, especially if that kindness is not coming from a transactional place. Okay, I'll be kind to you so that you are kind to me or whatever. If somebody is being kind for no reason, just because they're a kind person, that is a very special person.
Yeah.
Because most people are scared. Everything is coming from anxiety.
Yeah.
Right? So the grab for power is coming from anxiety. All this meanness, rudeness, everything is coming from anxiety. At the core, we are a very anxious species. Evil also comes from anxiety only.
कि कोई मुझे कुछ ना कर दे, मैं
पहले
कर दूंगा.
नहीं, थोड़ा पर उनको भी वो they have a thought process. They like it. They like hurting people.
Yeah.
They like
So that
torturing
gets
people.
added on top.
Sadistic.
All that gets added on top. Someone who is sorted at their core is not going to be mean to anybody. Like if they know.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was reading up into Al Capone and how he got into the mafia world, and when he was a kid, he learned about this idea of haftana by seeing some store owner get bullied.
Yeah.
So he realized, fuck, I want to be strong like that guy. So to become a part of this world, he started going and bullying the post office का एक लड़का जो काम करता था उधर. He was like, you like your job? And he's like, yeah.
You want to keep doing it?
You want to keep doing it? Pay me some money. And that's how he just started bullying this other kid. You know, he was a kid himself.
That's insane.
Yeah. And once you get into that and you realize it works.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So that's actually the other aspect of this whole story, which is that unfortunately you can only talk about spirituality and all when you have power.
Right.
Unless you completely give up on everything, you still need to live in society. And this is game theory in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Right? कि तुम बैठे हो, हम यहाँ बैठे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं. This because we have a little bit of power.
Yeah.
In the form of we have a job, we have money, we have a house, right? Only then can you even talk about all this.
Right.
So it's just as how I said we are all bonobos and we are all anxious. We need that. We need that power. So now I don't even judge them, dude. Because I cannot offer a clear solution. What is the alternative? To say that no, all people should just live completely harmoniously and be all peaceful all the time. It's not practical. You're not going to do that.
Yeah.
What, like an entire planet just meditating?
Yeah.
मतलब काम कौन करेगा?
Yeah.
खाना कौन बनाएगा?
Yeah.
Right? Who is going to want to do things?
Yeah.
Dissatisfaction is a core of motivation. If everybody is full like in peace with the universe, तो मतलब भूखे मरेंगे सब.
नहीं, I think that's a reality where the system is only different. Where capitalism does not exist the way it does. Where
It's not, yeah.
you know.
And people
a
have tried
different world.
socialism. It doesn't work. Or at least
what do you mean socialism?
in the
Doesn't-
sense that
like
or-
Karl Marx kind of socialism?
yeah,
or-
like communism, I suppose.
Communism.
Doesn't really work. Even there, like even in Russia, it's become so, like the oligarchy has become so powerful, right? Power has a way of concentrating. It's almost like a law of thermodynamics. In fact, there was this game that somebody had played. You start off 50 people in a room. Everybody gets 3 cookies. Okay. And they have to go around and kind of exchange cookies with each other. And there are some rules that, okay, you can exchange 1 cookie once and something. And the rules are the same for everybody. Except that one person had one small advantage or something. Once you can get 2 cookies instead of 1, something like that. Within half an hour, 4 people had 90% of the cookies. And some of them had nothing and others had like 1 or 2 cookies.
Idiots.
It's just law of thermodynamics,
Yeah,
dude. Like
yeah.
there is a way, power has a way of
Finding its-
consolidating.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that whoever won that game thought that, ये तो मेरे skill से हुआ है. They did this with Monopoly. Did you see it? Did you see
No.
that study? So suppose 4 of us are playing Monopoly, and 2 of us have a rule that every time we pass go, we get $400 instead of $200. That's it. That's the only difference. Everything else is the same.
That's privilege.
Correct.
Yeah.
And obviously, after 2 hours of gameplay, we own most of the real estate and we are getting rent and everything. And you guys get broke. After the game, they interview people and we are like, bro, kya khela humne? Kya skill hai apna? Matlab, dekha, we used our brains, dude.
Yeah.
So people who are born with privilege don't accept that privilege. They still feel like, bhai, ye maine kiya hai.
हाँ.
And ye log ko khelne nahi aata.
Yeah.
That is what power does. It changes your reality
Makes you delusional also.
fully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what's important is when you're going about life, looking at the people you're surrounding yourself with and looking for these tendencies. And also, like you said, kindness is an act of bravery. And I think it's the number one quality to look for the people you surround yourself with, even in a partner. I think like you look at them, are they kind? Because if they are not, there is the conversation
way
doesn't
of it,
move
yeah.
further only after that. Like you can't spend the rest of your life with someone who's not kind. Like it's just, I mean, you can if you
Unless
want to.
they're rich.
They've got power.
Or they've got
Are they
power.
kind? And if not, are they worth it?
Are they worth? Is this worth him being unkind to me for
We
that?
should ask Melania about this.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
probably done.
But some people are into like not being kind. Like, you know, they
Dude,
like.
there is a story there
treat
that
like
nobody knows about. I feel like, oh, kabhi na kabhi to
The
niklega.
Melania and the Trump
There
story.
is something there.
There's
like,
a Netflix
sketchy
documentary
shit.
being made right now.
yeah, I think
It'll come
Amazon
out.
also made it, no?
Some highest bidder.
Oh, yeah.
Capitalism हर जगह चलेगा भाई.
Like every celebrity will have a
Yeah,
documentary.
that just feels like such a surreal. I don't know. Doesn't feel
Right.
real.
It's so out of a movie or it's just like this guy who's so hungry for power and is super successful. Like obviously he's like a real estate mogul, reality TV star, has done everything. That's the kind of a woman you would imagine that guy with. Like she's the perfect embodiment of what you would imagine Donald Trump's wife to be. And she's exactly that. It is
Yeah.
insane.
But it's his third wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Trial and error.
Yeah, you got there. Same thing with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. That couple was so perfect. Like the way you look at it, you're like, that's the woman he has described in every
एक
song.
delusional narcissist का wife कौन होगा? कौन हो सकता है?
Yeah.
Like, even the Timothy Chalamet and who's
No, you would not
That
think
is
Timothy.
No,
is
that's different.
That's
That
different.
feels
You look at
different.
that, you're like, oh, what's
Oh,
happening here?
Timothy को क्या
What?
हो गया है?
Like,
That feels different. The vibe is different.
Vibe
there.
is different, or?
Yeah.
Acha, okay. They don't seem like an ideal match.
Though, not really.
Okay.
Oh.
Travis and that other one lady, what is it? Kylie Jenner was good, I think. They
what's the Indian equivalent of that? I think Saif and Kareena are very.
I'll tell you the best.
strange
best
thing about
like,
that is
goated Indian couple. उससे better हो ही नहीं सकता. विराट कोहली and Anushka Sharma.
Oh, damn.
Like cricketer and Bollywood star.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a movie
Yeah,
thing,
nahin,
right?
this is-
Like
no, even their comments and all. If you
the
go-
love they have for
Everything
each other.
since
It's,
then.
it's too perfect. Like,
Everything
it's
since
the-
It's a little too perfect.
something
It's a
shady
little too
there.
perfect.
Something shady there. For sure.
like
Something shady.
based off this conversation, we want like good things. When we get it, also we're like, नहीं कुछ तो इसमें.
Like if you go and if you're like if you're just so kind at a club, for example, girls nowadays think you're flirting with them.
The-
And they- No, I'm not. I swear. If I want to flirt with someone, I'll flirt very openly.
Achha.
But if you just smile,
That doesn't
or
look
you say
kind.
hello. I've got a rose in my mouth.
That'll do it.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
I
man.
think the takeaway from this is like we're all crazy.
Dude, we're all animals.
We're
man.
scared.
Yeah.
We're scared.
This is Mad Max.
Yeah, we're all monkeys and shit's hit the roof and like
Bonobo.
My fear is that we have spent so many years trying to evolve your prefrontal cortex, and my fear with AI is that just when we are beginning to understand the power of the prefrontal cortex and the power of the brain, I hate to think that we have already started outsourcing it.
but that maybe if you want to think about it a little cynically, you would think that the powers that be don't want you
Could
to
be.
Don't use your brain.
unlock Yeah.
We will tell you how to think.
Yes, let's outsource it.
They
Let us
don't want
take
you
care
to
of
think.
it.
A thinking population is a dangerous population.
Correct.
Yeah.
I agree. So far it's been distraction, and now it's outsourcing.
Distraction has stopped working because distraction has.
No, it hasn't stopped working.
Come on.
No,
Working,
no, of
dude.
course.
Well,
it's working like-
No, wait.
No, but people are more mindful
correct,
about it.
I'll correct. Distraction was through traditional media, through news, through movies. Now it's content.
Yeah.
And content is more democratic, where I am
Yeah.
saying these things and we're going to put this out.
Yeah.
So
Can't control it.
can't control it. It's going to spread. So, and with that also, there are obviously attempts to get the creators also to say certain things and do whatever. But
yeah.
it is going to stop working. Like with the rise of TikTok and Reels, where it's just like you're not choosing what you watch.
Yeah.
It's difficult to control. So it's like, okay, what's the next thing? Like,
Yeah.
No,
how
it's-
do we get in there?
AI.
Yeah.
How do we get in there? And AI is the
Yeah.
way.
AI is like you think you're in control of it.
Yeah.
You think you're making those decisions for yourself, but
It's nudging.
yeah.
It's just the gentlest of nudges. And
chal
that's
na
my
waise.
fear. Of course, this is all just fears that you have, which is you are outsourcing your thinking capacity.
Yeah.
And I would say I'm not even worried so much about the generation that has grown up thinking and is now outsourcing it. I'm worried about, say, like a 10-year-old
Yeah.
Who has never thought?
who's now, because their prefrontal cortex is just starting to develop. And if they start getting used to
Phone de diya
turning
bacche ke haath
to
mein.
AI, the teacher tells them ki write an essay on independence movement. Now, instead of going and researching, even Google was okay because they still get information that they have to process and convert into an essay, whereas AI will now give them an essay. What does their prefrontal cortex have to do now?
Yeah, man.
Nothing. But they will still get the dopamine kick of having presented an essay. And if the teacher is not mindful and say कि भाई ये AI ने लिखा है, they might say कि अरे क्या बढ़िया लिखा है. And so that feedback loop is कि oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Which means that kid's brain hasn't learned the fundamental of how to solve a problem. It's not about the essay. Can your brain take a problem, sit with the discomfort and solve it? If you cannot solve a problem, whether that's a physics problem or an emotional problem, you will not grow. That's the issue with turning to AI for relationship problems. You have to solve a problem.
Yeah.
An emotional problem is just like anything else. Sit with it, break it apart,
Analyze.
find a creative solution, try, error, come back, solve again, move. ये अगर नहीं हो पा रहा है, this is what we are outsourcing to AI. तुम्हारा brain का क्या फायदा फिर?
Yeah.
That is the issue.
It's like that meme that's gone famous. You seen where the brain is in the ass.
Is this a
I think our algorithms are very different.
Okay, man. Anyway, this was like a eye-opening episode.
Yeah,
Crazy.
this is so fun. So
A little
always
different-
fun.
A
Always
little
fun.
different from what we do, but
Yeah.
it has been a while since we had a conversation like this. That's why I said we should.
Yeah.
sit
Good idea.
I'm glad, man. I always have fun with you guys.
Yeah. So
Until
fun.
next time.
Until next time.
Thank you so
for
much.
doing this.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
God bless Stuvi.
God help.
God help
Stuvi.
Stuvi.
Yeah.
Sure.
Chal, see you.
Thank you.
Right.